filter, it does have, you were asking about if it shows the most recent ones. It does have a filter where you can say newest to oldest, oldest to newest. Okay, so if the default is going to show you the newest comments first. You would just type right in this box. You can comment on their comment, and you can put in whatever you like.
How do you do that?
If you wanted to add, so right here where it says you, it has the mark right there. If you typed in there, that would add a new comment to that group.
So it'll be right there.
It would be
Right in that
If you
box.
wanted to comment on Patty's comment, you can go to the bottom of hers. and go to the
Right
box
here.
that says comment.
But if you see somebody's comment and you want to respond to it and say you agree or thank you or add something to it, each individual comment, like the one that Ms. Raper made, you can click on the comment box there and you can respond to what they said as well.
So those are for groups and committees that have already been formed on ICON, but you can also do new ones. So if you're a part of a group or a committee that you don't see on there and you want to set it up, one, you can do that, but two, we can help you set it up if you'd like to. So if, say the knitting club wants a group here on ICON, you can set that up. And you can put, if it's open to public, where Mr. Karpenbach can go in and comment on knitting, or you could say it's for private and only the members of the knitting club. Do you want to go to the dashboard? Now that we can actually show you the screen. So when you first log into ICON, this is the page you see. It's called the dashboard. So it's basically just a quick synopsis of what's going on. It's going to say good morning to you, whatever your name is, give you the time, the weather. It's going to tell you if the mail is in yet. Keep in mind, I know sometimes you see the mail is here and this hasn't been updated yet. The receptionist updates this. So if she hasn't got to it yet, it may not be exactly on time. But they do put a notification that the mail is in, and you will get a notification if you're signed up for notification. So that we'll go over that in just a moment. Your shortcuts here, it's going to show the 4 most recent things you've been to. So this is what it is right now. But if we kept going to, say, groups and committees multiple times, that's going to become one of our shortcuts. So those change. But all of those will also be available on the side menu. Scroll up a little bit. It's going to show you the latest, or down, sorry. I was going right. The latest announcements. So these are the announcements that have posted today. Okay. These are really, really small, so you're typically not going to look at them from that screen, but they just show up on dashboard. You can click on like the more screen, and it'll make it bigger for you to see the flyer.
Why do you see announcements that are passed?
Or is the announcements that
Why
are,
do you see announcements today that are on passed?
what has passed?
Friday, February 20th?
Because it was posted then.
Oh, yeah, that's when it posted, but it's still showing because it's an event that hasn't happened yet. So that is good to know. So that means that we set that to come out on Friday, February 20th, but it'll stay posted until the event happens. But that's a good question. The happening today, I don't think you can see when you click on it from next week. It's a really terrible format, so you may not want to look at it from this screen. But we can't control how those announcements look. This is just part of the dashboard. So you can exit that.
The dashboard is, what's another term for dashboard?
Your home screen.
Home
Yeah,
screen.
Home screen.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to see the announcements as big as we can make them and what's going on, you would click on the next one, tab there, announcements. Okay, and this will be your current announcements that are out today. It doesn't mean they came out today, but they apply today. So the very top one is going to be, again, the mail, whether or not the mail has come. Then we have the happening today that goes out every morning. So that is what is on the calendar at the time that we post it. Sometimes things get canceled or whatnot. We do try our best to keep up with it. I will say, if you notice anything that is either incorrect or you think could be better, if you're like, hey, that's a beautiful flyer, but I just can't read it. That's terrible font, it's terrible colors, please let us know, because we can make those adjustments. Okay? So when you get an announcement, you're gonna see the title of it, so reminder, Morris Creek Battle 250th Celebration, and then the flyer will have more information. So telling you when it is, at what time, where it's departing from, the time departing, and then this is the big one, sign up on Icon or at the front desk. Do y'all know how to sign up on Icon for an event? Okay. So let's say we wanted to do this one. So this event is on Thursday, February 26th. So we're gonna go on the left-hand side of the screen to the calendar. And you can see the date up here. And we're gonna select February 26th, or you can use the arrows to go to the 26th. You can be
Mine said
patient.
Monday and then it doesn't go any further.
Because it auto-populates to today, so at the top there should be an arrow. So right here in this box, you can either click the arrow, go to the next
Right
day,
here.
or you can click on that box and pick the day that you want.
Gotcha.
So right now, you would choose like the
Yep, yep.
26th.
Okay. He good luck, just run away.
It's really good. It's just on the front.
Yeah, it's the calendar.
Uh-huh. It's not related.
If somebody else wants to register, why don't you register them and we do that or not?
Yes.
Because it says add.
Yes, you can add a guest, which it allows you to add any other resident. Now, if you are bringing a guest that isn't a resident, that's something that you need to let the front desk know. They'll have to tell me and we'll have to handwrite it.
So if it's a resident, you still call it a guest.
No, well, as far as when we can get it to open, I'll show you on this. They're technically a guest, but you can add them. So like if you wanted to add, Mr. Tizzo wants to go also to the thing you're signing up, you'll be able to sign yourself up and sign him up. If you're bringing somebody,
So I'm gonna have to do that.
yes, as soon as we can get it to show up. I'll show you.
One thing I have found is if you want to add a guest, like if he signs himself up and he wants to sign me up, then won't think that it's a family day. You have to do it as a resident.
Yes, you have to do it as another resident.
I'm gonna see, it's not coming out then, I'm gonna see if I can log in on my Wi-Fi.
Okay. It'll just need to be on the announcements page. It also could be because I opened it in Microsoft Edge and not Chrome. I don't know, I do that so I can be logged in as admin and test at the same time. But here, while we're trying to get that one, I can show you on the 26th. Okay, so like here's that event version now, where it says registration's required, so if you tap on that event, then you run there.
Do we have, the,
Well,
venue
you
on
can
the
register,
program,
leave from there, go ahead and hit register. 'Cause we can.
the food menu, do we have the food menu on the program?
So hit
Yes,
yes.
it's on here, we can show you how to use it.
Okay.
And then put it on the resident. And then that should allow you to, type in.
Someone's going to dining, D-I-N-I-N-G.
Just the, and then you'll be able to select him. and
On the
assign-
left menu, where it's got the list of all the places you can go.
And again, I can take it off.
I see dining.
You can also-
Hit it. Whatever you want.
And so now, if you're worried if your work turn on, you can come right through. It says-
Cafe,
Also, if
whatever.
you're curious, please don't.
You want to use
Usually,
it.
when you sign up, so then you just, okay. Now, if you wanna leave the event, you just click. And it's gonna ask you if you wanna remove your guest. And now you're not signed up anymore. Okay? Do you wanna go over how to sign up for an event? No. No? Yeah. Sound you. So this is showing.
Good. I'm good.
Is that what you want?
Let's check with my mother first.
So we have barley and mushroom soup.
Celebration of Morris Creek.
Found that else, no, like that.
Let me know.
I'll probably go back to it.
Yes, if I go to dining on the left there,
be surprised how much time I spend looking at the menu.
Well, it's very easy to do on here, so.
That's
um,
great.
We have, and you'll see, there's different information, so there's a weekly
The
soup.
soup recipe, the soup type soup.
There's hours of operation. Obviously, when you had both dining rooms open, you have the cafe breakfast special and all that kind of stuff, but you can see lots of information on here about the different, dining activities.
So I just need to play with that till I get that straight.
Yeah, you just go in there and take a look, and you'll be able to see, like, the weekly breakfast special for this week. And it's still under the Magnolia dining room, but, this is where they're posting the lunch menus. So you'll see, there's your weekly, which is also placed in your box, but, you know, you can always pull it up on here on your phone if you need to know.
So you can also, as long as you have your email address.
They have cafes, specials, that sort of stuff.
So I did it myself earlier, so I can see what it is.
So there's lots of dining information there. So
And
this
like this is when I asked
from
them,
last
I said,
week, that will be updated this
This
week. These are the most recent ones. That was Thursday the 19th. And then, let me go back to calendar. We'll see.
I'm always looking to see if I've got enough time to get down there from my room. And this is right here. That's great.
Yeah, you've got the hours, right?
Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
It's just our last couple of weeks right now, that stuff that we.
I kept trying to do this.
So that's the weekly soup.
Yeah, that's just show them the last couple of
That's
weeks.
fair. First week, I think, I'm sorry. Soup, after it went up the second line, they were lined up, they did fine.
Okay.
Last time I looked at it.
Now, this is online, like, this is, it's still.
There you go, all right. So I know you just went over this with a couple people, but just to, this is the calendar. So it's just the week view, but go ahead and go to daily. So, is this for all? Okay, the first thing, when you open your calendar, if you come to the upper right where it says filters, you can change, the big one is where it says all service levels. If you'll click the arrow there, you can select if you want it, if you've never opened it before, when you first open it, there's a whole bunch of things that are like on the skilled nursing side. And if you don't want to see those events, then you want to come in here and select just IL for independent, and I'd leave others on. We still don't know what shows up on that. You hit saved in the upper corner, and then you can exit out of that menu. So now this is going to show you the events for independent. If we go to the 26th, I know I just went over this with some people, but we're going to go over again. If you have an event that you have to sign up for transportation purposes, it'll say registration required. You can click anywhere in that box. Okay. And you're going to select register. Okay, and now it has added test to that. You register for it. Let's say you want to add a guest. It says add guest, there's a little toggle there. You hit the toggle, you're always going to select another resident. Okay, if you start searching, I'm going to take Miss Daphne with me, hit save. So now I've registered both of us. If you want to make sure you did it correctly, you can select view attendees. Also, you can select view attendees if you want to see who's already signed up. Even if you sign up at the front desk, try my hardest daily to get the handwritten list, and I add them so that somebody could hit view attendees and see who else is signed up. Okay? If you then decide, oh, maybe you don't, well, before I get to that part, down here, send an invite to personal calendar, you can select that, and if you have an email, if you have your email address in Icon, it'll send you, I just got the email. So it'll send you an email, so it says Scotia Village 250th Celebration Morse Creek Battle, go to an event, you can also access, so I just got an email with a reminder for it. Okay, if you don't have your email address in Icon, it's not gonna send it, but it'll tell you that it can't send it, because there's no email. If you then decide you don't wanna go, you can just come up and hit leave event. And it's gonna ask you if you wanna remove the guest that you signed up, in this case we do. And so now you're no longer signed up. This does bring up something, if we have an event that we posted that you have to buy tickets for, and please help spread the word. If you register and you buy a ticket, please let us know, because we will not cancel transportation, even if it's one person. If you bought your ticket, we won't cancel transportation. Okay? But we have to know that you bought your ticket, and just signing up on here doesn't tell me you bought your ticket. Okay? Any questions on that with signing up for an event? I want to show you another event, if you'll go to the 24th. So this is an example of one where you have to buy a ticket. Here's your square. It should be towards the bottom, Swan Lake. Okay, so Swan Lake at the GPAC. Registration required, but you also do have to buy a ticket. So as far as telling us you want to go, you want us to take you, you'd register. But if you scroll down, there should be a link right here to buy your ticket. So you can click on that link. Eventually it will open. And this is where you can buy your ticket for that performance at GPAC. Now, the link is here to help you get to where exactly you need to go to buy the ticket. It doesn't tell me that you bought it. So you still have to let us know if you do purchase a ticket or something. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. We want to go back to the calendar. One other thing we're going to cover. Just pick a thing like class. Okay, so this Bible study in the living room, you don't have to register for transportation purposes. But if you want to register, you'll get an email reminder about the event. So if it's something, maybe that isn't weekly that you know, but a talk, an in-house, when therapy comes and does their in-house, if you want to register for it, you can, that way you get an email reminder about it, so you don't forget. That's all I have on the calendar, unless you have questions on that. That you can think of now. And at any time, please give us questions.
I get a phone message saying, yeah, we'll start in 90 minutes, please come to the front desk in 90 minutes. And some people say they don't get that message.
Like an event that includes travel?
Like yesterday, when I went to the, where they had my room.
Uh-huh.
And, 90 minutes before, I get a call, your event is going to happen 90 minutes, please meet us in the,
Do you have a star beside your name?
Are you a star? You get a phone call?
Is it an automated message?
yeah, yeah. And then other, and then other people say, well, I didn't get that message, but I get that message.
You have a star.
Whoever gets that message, when you call it, on my phone.
So you get it 90 minutes before the event?
Yeah. It comes from Chicago, I believe. It's a.
Yeah, Richard did have heard of it. So that is the first I've heard of that, but I'm gonna find out.
Is that a cell phone only message?
Or landline.
The 300 area code.
It's on my cell phone.
I'm on a cell phone.
Oh, look, you can get, so you can get text message.
Yeah, so that's the next thing that we'll post for the dashboard. So, I know a lot of people, you get signed up on Icon and then they're like, I get too many emails, I don't want all these emails. All of that can be controlled, so please don't give up on Icon. So we're gonna go over that now. From your dashboard page, actually, I think you can get it to it from any page, but in this upper right corner, it says My Account. You wanna click on that and go to Settings. the upper right hand corner should be my account.
Up here,
It's nice and small.
The little picture.
Yeah, it's a little
picture.
body.
It doesn't say my account, it's just a picture. You've got a full print, we know.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got
But you
a full-
should still be able to click on it and then
Yep, did,
hit settings.
yep. You go to settings now?
So it looks like on the mobile app, it might not say my account, it's just a silhouette of a person.
Because I'm starting to get Nova Scotia's announcements again on my email.
Okay, so this is perfect. So are you in the, did you click on the little person?
Well, I'm trying to. See, I've got a, account code under, I'm not doing that, I'm doing that.
Okay, so get that next step. Ready, now for the little person. So when you, yeah, so this is dark mode. I personally love dark mode. These are on my eyes, but, so when you first open settings, it's asking you, it's showing you your username and it's saying you can update, change your password. But what I want you to see is over here, it says notifications, right next to account. Click on notifications.
All of us?
Yes.
Don't see that.
Notification.
So get notifications. All right, so see, all those little green boxes means you're getting all of those notifications. That's the way it automatically is set up. You can pick and choose what you want. So if you don't like getting all the emails, first thing you're gonna do is under email, you're gonna come down to new announcements and hit that toggle switch so it switches to off. Okay? If you do that,
Now, what emails is that gonna stop?
all of the announcements. So every flyer that we post, the what's happening that comes up there.
Don't do it.
You won't get any of that.
You won't get any of that in your email.
You won't get the email, but then you can still, if you prefer to just log on to Icon and look up the announcements yourself, it's still there.
And if you're using it on a mobile device and you leave the one next to it on, this push, this is for your mobile devices, your phones and your tablets, your iPads. This is gonna come directly from the app. It's gonna pop up on your phone saying new announcement from Scotia Village. If you wanna turn the emails off and only get the push notifications, but not get both of them, completely understandable. I would highly recommend you keep one of them, give it a chance, and then you can change these 5 times a day. You know, so if you don't like getting all the emails, you don't like having so many emails in your inbox, turn the emails off, but keep the push notifications. Or log on, get on the app daily and look at the announcements.
What was the push?
Push is when it comes through on your device. You know, when you get a little thing, a box that pops up from an app, and it tells you maybe you have a text message or something like that, it's one of those notifications. So, I would leave that on. But then, if you turn the emails off, when you turn the emails off, you don't get all those emails. And if you know, you try it, and if you feel like you're missing things, go back and turn them back on.
I don't mind getting it, but you get some message.
That's true, you both get
I'm spending a long time knowing.
Yeah. A lot of these, it's not really gonna hurt you to leave them on. Again, it is personal preference, but a lot of them don't get used a whole lot. So like, new post on my wall, I'm pretty sure the wall isn't a feature anyone here is using right now. But we'll work towards that. Right now, we want the information coming out, like dining and announcements. New messages, you can technically message each other on Icon. Again, I don't think it's a feature being used. We'll work towards that in the future. But the big ones are announcements, the mail, and then here's event. Updates, event updates. So if you sign up for something and you don't have this clicked, and maybe the time changes, or we have to cancel it, or remove the location, you won't get that update if you turn that off. So groups is gonna apply if you are in any of those groups and committees we talked about. If building and grounds puts out a thing to building and grounds and you have that turned off, you're not gonna get it. So most of those, it doesn't really harm you to leave them on, because you're not gonna get much on. What you really get is the announcements, the mail notification,
Tell me
and
again,
event.
tell me again what our group wall is. What's the wall?
So that's where we went to like kind words, and you saw those comments, that's a wall, it's a virtual wall, it's like a bulletin board.
Okay.
So it's where people have put something on that wall.
Wall means bulletin board, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can pin messages to it.
Yeah.
Bulletin board.
Yeah.
Bulletin board, oh, okay.
So this is where you can update all those notifications. Again, you can change it anytime you want. So you can go in there, you can turn them all off and say, I'm tired of hearing it all. Go back in tomorrow when you calm down and turn them back on. You know, whatever works for you. So, and then this is also where you can change your password from that, if you go back to account, you can change, I think you can change your username. So when we set you up your username, everyone's typically should be first name, not last name. I don't think we're trying to change it. Just take
Where do
out
we
this
put
feature.
our email address? Or is it on there?
Huh. So you can change your username if you want. So, your email address. So if you go back up here to my account and go to my profile, this is what other people see when they pull you up in the directory. So here, like, we don't have in any phone numbers or anything like that, just, it automatically comes with the Laurinburg. If you go on yours, so I'll show you. Because obviously on the test one, I don't have that information, so if you go to your person here, my profile, this is what is it.
So it's there. Good.
Yep,
Good.
so whatever, when you did your resident directory election, whatever you wanted in the directory is what I put in your icon when I created it.
Good.
Okay. You can change your photo if you want. Your photo when you move in is what automatically goes up there, but, so right here, when you go to the profile information, can you go back so you see where you went? Thank you.
So what if I say, gosh, I enjoy talking to that resident. What is her name? I can come in here and find the photo and find her name, rather than going to the library.
Yes, yes.
For a new guy, that's really tough, getting to 200 new people.
Yeah, absolutely. So you would go to the directory and it automatically comes up in alphabetical order, so you could just go through.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And all independent residents have a photo one.
How do I keep what's on my screen locked?
Yeah, I think you recommend that.
Okay, before it like blacks out?
Yes.
We can go into your settings and.
Okay, okay.
So,
Good.
help you with that. Okay, so when you open your profile, if you hit edit in the upper right-hand corner, this is where you can edit your information. So like right here, we don't have a photo on the test one, but you could hit change profile picture. If you want to change the picture that we initially uploaded for you, you can change the photo at any time. You can change the way your name shows in the directory. So that's completely up to you. So like, you know, we have people here who don't go by their real first name, but if we didn't know that, we put in the real first name. You can go in and change it. If you want to be Mike instead of Michael or whatever, you can go in and change how people see your name. Just remember, they may not be able to find you.
Piggyback over, I was talking about changing your photo, you said anytime that you wanted to. My question was change your photo to what?
I would recommend that you
I mean,
keep it a
yeah.
photo of yourself.
Where would you get it?
Like if you have a picture on your phone or your computer.
Of yourself?
Mhm. If you would like us to take your photo and upload it, we want to. But like, for me, if I had my photo on there, I might go in and change it to a picture of me and my dog, because I love my dog, you know.
Well,
Just that kind of, or maybe it's a really old photo and you would prefer a more updated photo, or you think it wasn't a good photo, you just want it better.
One many years ago.
Yeah.
Typical example, the one that is used for me, for example, was one of those first days before we went there, resident picture. But it's grown darker over time, and when I look at it now,
Okay.
I don't hardly even recognize myself. I go, well, how did they get so dark? When did that phone picture get dark?
Yeah.
Can it be light, or do you just have to change the picture? That's a thought.
But if you do think it's dark and we can't hide it, we can always take a new photo. We can do that anytime. More than happy to help.
What exactly is this dark? Is it supposed to put it off?
That is, do you wanna,
That's where it makes it,
yeah, I think
In other
it's
words,
setting.
it's the background?
Yeah, it makes the back dark and the font light.
Okay.
It'll look like that.
Yeah, I've got mine where it needs to be. I'm like a library.
Alright, so you can update your name, how your name shows, you can update your phone number, your email address, your photo. We have your address already in there, if you wanted to take it out, you didn't want people to know which apartment you were in, you could take that out. If you've changed your email address, and you wanna update your email address, you update that in your profile information. The next tab over here is the bio and interest. And all of that, we don't put any of that in for you. That's, if you want to go in and put what some of your information is, completely up to you. If you want to put your birthday on there, you can put your interest, where you're from, favorite snacks. I mean, it has a lot of options. You don't have to use any of it, but it is there. There's. I learned, a resident came to me when I first got here and they're like, my thing says that I like knitting. I hate knitting. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It took me a while to find out where it was coming from that they liked knitting. But at some point, they've got on this hobbies and interest and selected knitting, and that's why it was on there.
and the reason that is there is that if people decide to use that and they say, oh, I like bird watching, or oh, I like knitting, for example, it lets you connect with people who have the same interests. If you're looking for, like, there's a way to say, oh, I want to find other people who enjoy bird watching and stuff, and it'll tell you who also has selected that interest if you want to, share that with each other.
So, any questions at the moment on updating your profile? And again, we can help you with any of that, but it's knowing that it's there and knowing that you can change those things. What else is under my account? I don't think anything. Yeah.
It does have the information.
Oh. Yes, so if you want to put your birthday in there and then hit the share birthday, like it says here, by enabling this feature, you'll be able to share your birthday in your profile and through the community voice application. I wonder if that makes a phone call. Gonna find out what that is.
Can we do it within a year?
We're trying just to Rebecca, find out. You try and put in the birthday without a year. Will you the option to not show the year and check?
I wonder what it makes it do.
I go to the directory.
It changed.
Oh, it didn't change, it changed to February 2nd. But go ahead and put in a year with it, and then go to directory and see how it shows. Yeah, so it did show the year.
Where are we on this?
In, my account, so the dude in the top right corner. Oh, you're, so that's settings, you're in my.
See, I got that picture. That's what
Yeah.
I'm-
So if you don't put the year in, it won't
That's what I was
actually
trying to
update
do.
the birthday.
Yeah.
Well, but like on here, you can see it just says I updated it to December 12th. So it's not showing the year, but when you're putting your birthday in on the edit screen, you do have to include the year. Otherwise it won't say.
So you're saying you see the year?
Mine did not say yet.
Yours is not.
It doesn't show the year when
To other
you look at their profile.
So on, that's brief coverage for the user settings. Now, at the top of the screen here, where it says my account, that's what we've been talking about. Next to it is messages. So this is what we were talking about. It's not really used here, but you do have the option to message other residents through Icon. And that's where you would go to do it. So you could start to type in a name of who you want to message. Okay. Yeah.
So you can actually send a message to someone.
And is that going, so is that going through their email or how are they?
No, so it shows up on Icon, and that saying where it says messages, they'll just have a red one. I've just tested it out a couple times, but as far as I know, there's no residents here currently using it, but that option is there. So I tested it a few times with Jake when he was here. I just send messages to make sure he got it. If he did, he could respond. But it,
And it's basically just like sending an email, but it's within this network only, and so it's just like sending emails to each other, but just in this private network.
So you have to have a person's name
So
or
it-
something.
well, you have to know their name, but a good example is if you spoke to a resident, you wanted to send them a note, but you don't know their phone number or their email, you could send them a message on Icon. So you could go in there to messages, look up that resident, which is, that part isn't showing right now.
Yeah, normally it'll
I think it's
show.
our network,
So
yeah.
you have to go to their,
No, you don't have to go to them, you go to messages, you type in their name, and
oh, okay, well, that's what I'm
it'll
saying.
show up,
Yeah, they-
it's just not doing it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have done it before. So next to messages, this notifications, you're always gonna see a huge number there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that bothers you and you wanna clear it out, you just hit clear all. So all it is the announcements, every announcement that came through, that's what that is. So that's another place to get to the announcements from. But if that number bothers you, you just hit clear all. Okay?
So you guys clear that, how do you clear that?
But the clear on.
When you hit notifications, at the top right here, it'll say clear all.
You guys find this had to do with notifications? For really bothersome. And I know we're about out of time. Is there anything else you want to go, did you update manager on duty there, right? So there's a tab in the menu on the left side for manager on duty, and that memo will be on here, so if you don't look it down the bulletin board, you can see on icon who the manager on duty is. The in memoriam are on there, game results, so the bridge results, putting results are off listed on there. As long as the results are sent to me, I post them on icon. What else do we have? Yes. Oh, so one of the options here is YouTube. So if you select YouTube and then scroll down, you have Village Views, Lifelong Learning, Experience to Share, Bible Studies, and then other presentations.
Things that have been done here.
Things that have been done here. Yep, so at the very, very top of the page, if you go up some. Oh, no, this one is- So it won't let you click on YouTube, the one that's just,
What?
yeah, if you click there, it doesn't change the thing. Oh, that's good to know, so I need to move the link. Okay. So if you, for example, this is the Village Views one, so if you scroll down a little bit, it shows you, these are the episodes that have been posted. If you want to go back and watch them, you can click on the, where it says click here, those are links to those videos on our YouTube page. Also, if you click any one of them, it gets you to our YouTube. So up here at the top is where the title of the different movies are. So right now, this was North Carolina Child, the presentation from November. This was when Julie H. Moore came, Dr. Ryan Anderson. Now, please keep in mind, everyone that we've done here is not posted on there. Sometimes the person speaking doesn't want to or can't let us put it on our YouTube. So not everything is put on there. Excuse me. So So same thing, they're experience to shares that have been allowed for us to post. The links are here. Oh, that's right. And this is where you can get to our YouTube channel. So I need to move where that is.
That's in the experience to share.
Okay, it should be at the top. And then presentations is basically any of them that we have that didn't fall under those categories.
If you've helped me get a YouTube video, it's just for me, it will not appear on
No.
it.
No.
Gotcha.
But what you can do is go to our page and you can subscribe to it. So on your YouTube account, you'll get notified whenever Scotia posts something.
Okay.
So, like it'll even tell you Scotia's live, and so then you know something's going on in here. Even if you can't make it, you could turn it on and see what's going on.
Sometimes we have conflicts,
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
and that would be nice.
So we do have the clinic info here, so the after hours number for Curana, the local urgent care locations, anything else that healthcare, like Kathy or Hannah has asked me to put on there is on there. Then we talked a little bit about the groups. Where's community feed? I'm trying to remember.
That's just like.
The internet says it doesn't want to work with us anymore. Oh, okay. So these are different posts that. Okay, so the community feed is where y'all as residents within your community can do different things. So like Linda Jones has used it a good bit with the food service committee of building and grounds, where she'll post the minutes or information about the meetings. But you can post whatever you like on there, provided it's appropriate. We will go through and remove things if we have to. But,
Fair enough.
and then, you know, we had talked about dining, the menus that are on there. I will find out about the soup menu. But you guys know how to find the actual menus on there, right? The weekly menus. You can get to the directory through there, which we talked about. You can see all the residents that, and what information that they have posted. Every resident's name will be there. Theirs may not be anything else. May not be a photo, may not be any contact information, but all the names will be there. Forms. You can fill out your plan for absence on here if you don't want to do the paper one. You just click on the plan for absence. Eventually it will show up. Put in your information, and that automatically sends it to us, including the receptionist, and she'll print it out and put it exactly where we would put the form if you handwrite. So you don't have to do the handwritten ones. Same with the transportation request. If you fill this out, it will send an email for a transportation request for out of county, at which point I will get in touch with you to get all the details if I need it anymore.
You said something about the weekly soup menu?
Yes.
It's already on there.
Is that what today?
It's the website day.
Well, it's back.
It was last week.
It was last week.
Oh, yeah.
So either the menu's the same this week or it's last week's. So we'll find out. And it's a lot of new stuff, especially for dining right now. So they're getting the hang of using more of this stuff, and then we'll be doing the screens with the new feature opening. So it'll be a learning curve. But please, if you guys see issues or concerns, please bring them to us so we can get that stuff addressed. A lot of it, we may not even know it's happening because we don't see the same screen that you see all the time. There are our Encompass, the newsletters. There's a digital copy uploaded. And if you want to go back as far as January of '24, when it gets too full, I have to take some out, but they are there if you wanted to go back and look at them. The Scotia Times and the Tartan Quarterly are there as well.